Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. I'm running two shows every day. We already did the pre-market briefing. And now we are live for the market open show. The market will be open in 5 minutes. This is where I break down price action, momentum, execution. Remember, I watch the charts, give the breaking news, and find the levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. The NASDAQ is on a 10-session winning streak, the longest since 2001. The S&P is sitting 0.5% away from the all-time high. The banks are having blowout earnings. Let's get started, y'all. Let's get into the mantra right quick. You feel me? I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. Next, we had some data come out this morning. Empire State Manufacturing Index. It dropped at 5:30 a.m. The forecast was 0.3. It actually came in at 11. That is a massive expansion, proving that the U.S. industrial base is ignoring the war drums. All right, we did have some earnings pre-market. Let me pull that up. We had ASML. Strong beat on earnings by 9.3%. Beat on revenue by 2.5%. As you can see, it's currently down about 3% in the pre-market. Morgan Stanley. Strong beat on earnings. Beat by 13%. Beat on revenue by 4.25%. As you can see, it's up nicely in the pre-market. It's up almost 3%. And then Bank of America, strong beat on earnings, beat by 9.5%, beat on revenue by 1%. And as you can see, it's also up almost 2% in the pre-market. All right, let's get to Robert Greene's daily law for April 15th, 2026. Create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith. Dangle a new technological trend or elixir in front of them, and they will leap like fish from the water to take that bait. Humans possess a desperate innate need to believe in something, which makes us eminently gullible in the absence of a grand cause. By creating a new belief system, whether it's a technological trend or a get-rich-quick scheme, you can lift your power to a realm where you no longer need to struggle to enforce your will. Once established, your followers will not only worship you, but voluntarily defend you and recruit others to your cause. In long-term investing, the cult of AI has turned the trillion-dollar tickers into a new faith that followers believe can do no wrong. When the NASDAQ hits its longest winning streak in 5 years, it's a sign that the collective desire for an AI elixir is at an all-time high. Fulfilling your life's task as an investor means recognizing this cult-like momentum while staying grounded in the underlying earnings architecture. While the gullible chase the get-rich-quick allure, the disciplined investor uses this untold power to secure generational wealth. If you understand the belief system of the palace, you can command the market rather than being consumed by it. Market is open, y'all, 6:30 a.m. Let me just finish this for the active traders. Active traders are currently operating in a fledgling cult environment where the 7,000 S&P level is the holy grail. To trade this 10-day streak, you must move where the desire is highest, but remain permeable enough to plot when the faith wavers. The ASML sell the news drop is a perfect example of a temporary rift in the cult's armor. It's an opportunity for the showman trader to find a better entry. Trump is currently dangling the elixir of a ceasefire to keep the bulls enticed and the market buoyed. As a trader, you stay safe by recognizing the cult-like devotion without becoming a blind worshiper yourself. The bell has rung. Manufacturer is booming. Morgan Stanley is printing records. 7,000 is within reach. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion. Process over prediction. Let's get to these charts, y'all. Ooh, Bank of America running at the open, y'all. That's a nice candle. Let's see if Morgan Stanley doing the same thing. Yes, yes. ASML, are they going to bounce back? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's check out SPY. SPY is up fractionally at 695 and 21 cents. QQQ is barely under break even at 628.63. The VIX is dropping, y'all. The VIX is at 17.52. NVIDIA looking strong. NVIDIA is trying to break out of this first Smart Money Concepts resistance zone, and it has done it in this first candle. Let's see if it can hold. NVIDIA is up 197.90, y'all. Tesla is up over 0.25% at 365.64. Apple is up. Look at this nice candle. Apple is up to 259.71. Google is down almost 0.25% at 332.12. Microsoft is up 1% at 397.48. Will we hit 400 today? I do got an hourly level at 435. Will we hit 400 today on Microsoft? I think so. Amazon's down almost 0.5% at 247.80. It did reject our daily level here. TSM broke the pre-market lows. It's currently up fractionally at 380.49. Meta Platforms, which is also in the Smart Money Concepts resistance zone. To break out of the zone, it needs to break this 672.86 and hold it. Meta's currently up almost 1% at 668.49. AVGO is running, y'all. You seen what AVGO did in the aftermarket yesterday? You see this 2.5% candle followed by this 0.88% candle, y'all. That was in the aftermarket. And then it pulled back in the pre-market, and now it is headed right back up there. They did that deal with Meta, y'all. They extended their custom chip deal with Meta through 2029. That's why that thing is running crazy. But that should be pushing the semis. Next, we got brk.b. Broke pre-market lows. It actually came down to our daily level here. brk.b is down fractionally at 476.88. All right, let me just run the numbers on all these tickers. SPX. Let's see if we hit 7,000 today. SPX is currently up fractionally at 6,978. The NAS 100 is up fractionally at 25,870. Pam Bondi. Dow Jones is at break even at 48,578. The Dow Jones ETF is barely over break even at 486. The 10-year Treasury yield is at 4.27. Gold is at $4,819 an ounce. The gold mini Trust is at 95.35. The Silver Trust is at 71.81. The Copper Miners ETF is at 85.92. AMD is down 0.5% at 254. Bitcoin is at 74,177. IBIT is at 4206. Ethereum is at 2,327. BMNR is at 2134. Palantir is up almost 1% at 136.90. And Robinhood is back over 80, y'all. Alright, I'm going to put this 8-chart display up here before we start getting into the news. Top left-hand corner, we have NVIDIA. To the right, we got Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Underneath NVIDIA, we have Amazon. To the right, TSM, ABGO, and Meta Platforms. All right, let's check the Fear and Greed Index. We are in neutral, y'all, at 49 on the Fear and Greed Index. Let's check out our $1 trillion tickers. Let's see. NVIDIA, the most valuable company in the world, is at 4.8 trillion. Woo! NVIDIA is getting close back to that $5 trillion market cap, y'all. 4.823 trillion, y'all. Followed by Google, 3.98 trillion. Google want that 4 trillion back. Apple, 3.81 trillion. Apple want that 4 trillion back. Microsoft, 2.97 trillion. Microsoft want that 3 trillion back. Amazon, 2.66 trillion. TSM, 1.96 trillion. ABGO, 1.85 trillion. Meta, 1.68 trillion. Tesla, 1.36 trillion. brk.b, 1.02 trillion, y'all. All right, let's check out some news. See what we got for today. All right, we got Amazon Apple partnership. Just announced a new agreement for Amazon Leo to power satellite services for supported iPhone and Apple Watch models. That's interesting. He's trying to take on Starlink with the satellites to be able to use phones and watches. That's dope. That's dope. Two of the big dogs linking up. Collaboration over competition. Next, I thought this was interesting from Uncle Charles on Twitter. The White House put out a memo to the staff saying all White House employees are reminded that the misuse of non-public information by government employees for financial benefit is a very serious offense and it will not be tolerated. You know damn well they insider trading every single day. Just check their net worths, man. How is it going up that much? It's totally ridiculous. Prosecute somebody then if you're talking like that. Prosecute somebody then. Next, this from Zay. He said, just like energy was my Q1 trade, I'm making Microsoft my Q2 trade. Shout out Zay, man, if you're making that bread in the market. All right, next, Google announces skills in Google Chrome. A new way to build one-click workflows for your most frequently used AI prompts, like asking for ingredient substitutions to make a recipe vegan, generating side-by-side shopping comparisons across multiple tabs, or scanning long documents to get the info you need quickly. When you write a prompt that you want to use again, you can save it as a skill directly to your chat history. Next time you need it, select your saved skill in Gemini and Chrome by typing / or clicking the plus sign button. and your skill will run on the page you're viewing, along with any other tabs you selected. If you're watching on YouTube, I can turn off this volume because they're not talking, they're just showing, and that music is terrible, especially compared to these slaps that I got playing in the background. You heard? Alright, next. Google also, oh well, that's just part of the same thing, launching a library of ready-to-use skills for common tasks and workflows. You can save these skills in your open library or customize them to better fit your needs, updating the prompt. Next, Delta Airlines CEO said today Delta will spend an extra $2.5 billion on jet fuel this quarter because of the Iran war, and the airline is looking for ways to pass those costs on to its customers. He said, "We have to find a way to get that cost passed through the consumers. It won't happen overnight." Price of the tickets is going up, y'all. All right, next. Ian Dunlap. He quoted Unusual Wells. They said, Jack Dorsey, CEO of Block, has said that AI can make middle management obsolete. And Ian said many companies will follow this motto. Middle management workers, AI is coming for your job. All right. Let's run the numbers. Actually, let's check out the heat map. See what we got. Let me refresh just in case. Yep, definitely need to refresh. All right, we got a lot of red over here. Got a lot of red in energy. Got a lot of red in producer manufacturing. Got a lot of red in utilities. Got a lot of red down here in technology. But the big dogs are either gray or green. The big dogs ain't red. Oracle up over 4.25%. Palantir up almost 2%. IBM up 2%. Salesforce up over 3%. Microsoft up over 2%. The banks, Morgan Stanley up 4.25%. Bank of America up 2%. Citibank up almost 2%. American Express 1.25% to the upside. Alright, that's what we got. Alright, let's check out the sectors, see what we got. Energy is down 0.5%. Technology is up 0.25%. Financials is up 0.75%. Consumer discretionary barely over break even. Communications is up 0.5%. Healthcare is down, barely under break even. Consumer staples is down 0.5% almost. Utilities is down almost 0.5%. Industrials is down over 0.5%. Materials is down 0.75%. And the real estate sector is down 0.25%. Let's check out some of these ETFs we like to look at. IWM, barely over break even. SPYM, barely over break even. QQQM, barely over break even. SPYG is up over 0.25%. SOXQ is down over 0.5%. TQQQ is up almost. Oh, it just turned negative. SOXL Looks like it broke an all-time high earlier. SOXL broke all-time high on the first candle of the day. It has since pulled back. All right, SOXX, same thing. SOXX hit an all-time high on the first candle of the day. And still pulling back. Guess they taking profits at all-time highs. XLG, it's up over 0.25%. The IVES 30 is up over 1%. SPYI barely over break even. QQQI barely over break even. How far we got to go before I can sell this QQQI? Look like we got some ways to go. Oh, we getting closer. Less than 4% now. 3.89% before I can sell this position. And then buy some stocks. But everything probably went up. That's the only way though. So, yeah. You know, it happens, man. We continue to learn in this game. Alright. What else we got? We got some more news. Wait a minute. I know we had all these vocals. This is supposed to be an instrumental that I made, and you see what happens when you use AI and you make an instrumental and they put some vocals on there that you didn't ask for? I don't even know what the vocals is gonna say. I mean, it should be based around the prompt that I used. As you can hear the beat, it's some smooth shit, slapping. But shit, I don't even know what the vocals gonna say, so I'm not gonna let that shit play. Even though it made this particular beat damn near 8 minutes. So we're just gonna go to the next one. I have to check on that shit later. Yeah, I've been cooking up, y'all. Let's get it. Alright, let's get back to the news. Excuse me. I'm like, I know I didn't put no lyrics on there. What is going on? Okay, next. Yeah. Oh, let me actually pause this. Because this next one, we got a young Stevie Wonder, y'all. You know the legendary Stevie Wonder. We got a video of him. This video is in black and white. And he is 12 years old, performing on stage. Check it out, y'all.
Now I want you to get ready. Before you take a girl and say I do now, I make sure she's in love with you now. My mama told, come on. You better chaperone.
Well, I guess they only had a short clip of Stevie because they actually brought some other people on stage. So let's go ahead and pause that and bring the slap back. As you can see, I did not watch the whole clip. I thought Stevie was going to perform for about 1 minute, but they had him cut short, so we cutting them short. What the hell? They didn't put them other people in the caption. See, that's what happens, y'all. Read the whole article. Listen to the whole video. Because it might just be clipped. Anyway, next. Ken Griffin of Citadel says there will be a global recession if the Strait of Hormuz remains closed for 6 to 12 months. Interesting, y'all. A global recession like 2008. All right, next. Amazon buys satellite firm for $11.6 billion to catch up with SpaceX's Starlink. Bezos is back at it, y'all. Oh, this was crazy. This is a 1 minute clip talking about the price to raise kids.
It's expensive to raise a child.
How expensive?
It's gone up 30%, actually, nearly 30% over the past 3 years. It costs more than $300,000 to raise a child in the United States nowadays.
So apparently it's all about where you live. And the most expensive places are Hawaii, Maryland, and Massachusetts. Okay. Of course, the South, you get a break. $17,000 in Mississippi, Alabama, $18,000 in South Dakota, $18,000.
So that's over the course of 18 years,
Correct.
Right?
For the first 5 years.
Right, but since 2023, they say the cost of raising a kid is up 27%. So just so you know, just keep track. They will pay you back, right? If you just keep that invoice.
Do y'all think
just
that most of
invoice
this,
them.
though, is coming from the child care costs that is
Let me
impacting?
think. Gosh, everything is so expensive. And what happens when you have a child is no longer you buying things for yourself. Right. Everything goes to that child. And you think...
Didn't he just ask you a question, motherfucker? He said, do you think that comes from mostly childcare costs? And neither one of his co-hosts even addressed that he said anything. See how they be treating the brother on Fox News? That's why we don't be watching that shit. I just wanted it for the information. But then now I seen they doing this brother dirty. But anyway, let's get back to the point is the cost of raising a child has gone up almost 30% in the past 3 years. Man, oh man. Oh yeah, you want to have a kid? It's going to cost you $300,000. Yeah. And how much you make per year? Maybe we should hold off on that. But then again, if you don't have to pay childcare, then you can definitely you'll be alright. Cause that shit is crazy. That shit is more than rent. God damn. Anyway, next. This is from Unusual Wells. It says families need over $125,000 in income to live in any borough in New York City. Any borough in New York City. $125K. Woo. All right, next. ASML just raised its full year sales forecast. New guidance is to 40 billion, approximately 40 billion, up from 36 billion. All right. ASML expects that the supply will not meet the demand for the foreseeable future, which is a great problem to have. Next, Snapchat to slash 16% of its workforce. As it says, AI has reduced repetitive work. AI taking more jobs, 16% of their workforce, y'all. It's going to happen in every industry, every company. Make sure you're not replaceable. All right. The S&P is now up over 9.8% over the last 10 sessions. We haven't seen a run of gains like this quick over the last 10 sessions since the post COVID bounce back in April of 2020, y'all. Just an incredible run we've been on. I hope you bought the dip. If you did, you are sitting pretty right now. Oh, it is April 15th, the last day to file your taxes. If you need more time, you have to file an extension. Uncle Sam wants his money. He is the biggest thief of them all. How you gonna tax me for any and everything that I do and buy? Just incredible, y'all. Just incredible how that came up with that. All right, next we got some motivation for Wallow267. Never give up on something that keeps asking you to grow. Never give up on something that keeps asking you to grow. Shout out Wallow267. Oh, Amazon. Oh, man. So, I read this, and this is just terrible. Man, oh, man. This came out a couple days ago. In Oregon, at an Amazon warehouse, an Amazon worker died, and the employees were told to keep working for over an hour as the body remained on the floor. They just said, keep on working. This person died at work, and his body, I don't know if it was a he or a she, but this person body laid on the floor, and the manager told the employees to just keep on working. Man, oh man. They don't care, y'all. These companies do not care at all. Damn. That is terrible. That is terrible. Rest in peace to that person, man. That's cold. All right, next. This is from Benzinga. BlackRock's assets hit a record $13.9 trillion. CEO calls it one of the strongest starts of the year ever. All right, next. Senator John Boozman today filed for his purchase of a 2x long S&P 500 ETF. So, what does he think is going to happen? Boozman also bought 15,000 worth of SPYM on March 20th. Y'all know SPYM. That is one of our ETFs that we follow on the show. So just think about that. This senator who has insider information, he doesn't buy SPY that costs $6.95. He actually buys, I'm going to pull it up right here. He doesn't buy SPY that costs $6.95 per share. He actually buys the ETF that we follow, SPYM, that is $81 a share, y'all. I told y'all, don't spend $600 when you could just spend $81. Anyway, I say that to say, Boozman, he has insider information, so I think we're going to run, based on this purchase, it looks like it's going to be a good year. At least a 10% year. I don't know, that's my guess. But shout out Boozman. His name is Boozman, so he probably drinking that booze, man. All right. Next, let's run the prices. Let's see if our levels have hit. All right. Let's see. SPY opened up here at $695.25. Our level was very close, so we're not gonna count that one. It almost came up to our level here at 696.50. It was 15 cents away before it rejected and pulled back. And where did it pull back to? It broke the level that was very close that we didn't count, but it came right back to our other level at 694.55. And then came back up. And where did it come back down to? Exactly at our level here. You can see it on the chart. I'm not making this up, people. These levels are hidden. Look at the Qs looking strong, y'all. Look at the Qs. Let's go. QQQ opened up here at 629.08. And where did it go? Straight to our level right here at 629.85. And then rejected and came back. Where did it come back to? Our level here at 628.60 and got bought up. And now it's breaking to the upside. Let's go. Where's the VIX at? The VIX, it hit a low of 1752. It's currently at 1766. NVIDIA! NVIDIA at 198, y'all. NVIDIA is at 198.45. So NVIDIA did break out of this smaller smart money concepts resistance zone. And now it is in the larger smart money concepts resistance zone. The top of that zone is 199.98, so we can just say 200. So we needed to break this 200 and hold. But it did break the first part. So it was double resistance, and now it's only single resistance. So that's good. Excuse me. Tesla. All right, Tesla opened up here at 366.81. Came down, broke the pre-market low, and came within 40 cents of our daily level of 362.90 and bought up. And where did it buy up to? It's now taking off to the upside, and it's in the gap, y'all. It did hit our level here at 370.30, which is the bottom of the gap. So let's see if this gap gets filled. If it does, it'll be at 347.07. Next, we got Apple. Apple don't know where it want to go. Apple opened up here at 258.04. Came up within 10 cents of our level. It did break our first level here, but it came within 10 cents of our next level before selling off and coming right back down. Where to? Within 9 cents of our level down here before getting bought up. So what does that mean, folks? You don't have to wait until it hits exactly on our level that I give you. You could sell it 10 cent, 25 cent before it hits that level to make sure you get out and you sell with the momentum before it rejects. Because if you wait for it to reject, especially if your contract is short-term expiration, then it's going to have a lot of movement. You should sell into strength, not away from strength. Don't wait for it to reject or buy up or bounce. All right, next we had, let me move. We did have some movement in the pre-market right before this opened up. Okay, so Google's next opened up at 332.88, came down, basically bounced on a pre-market low, then took back off to the upside. Currently broke our 1 hour level and is headed back toward the pre-market high. All right, Microsoft broke 400. Microsoft is back, y'all. Microsoft is back. It's up almost 3% on the day. 2.75% on the day. Looking very strong. How is it looking? It opened up right at our level at 397.97. Came down, took off, hit our level here at 435, hit our next level at 402, and continuing to the upside. Microsoft is looking very strong. Microsoft is back, y'all. Let's go. Amazon next. Amazon opened up here at 249.25. Came up, broke the pre-market high, broke our daily level before selling off. And where did it sell off to? Right down to our daily level here at 247.40, and that's where it bounced and has since been consolidated. All right, next we got TSM. TSM opened up here at 381.43, came down, broke the pre-market low, broke the 4 hour, and then on the next candle, it broke our daily level and came exactly to our 4-hour level here at 376.80 before bouncing. So hey, these levels is hitting, y'all. Levels is hitting. Next, look at Meta, y'all. Oh my god, bud. Meta is back. Oh my god, bud. Can you believe this? Meta is trying to break out of this smart money concept resistance zone. It actually broke out on this candle, but it did reject. And I told y'all we got a weekly level right here, 673.40, and the top of this resistance zone is 672.80. I told you that in the pre-market brief, and I told you it was probably gonna reject right there. And what did it do? It rejected right there, y'all. Did I call it or not? Sure did. Sure did. All right. Next, AVGO. AVGO opened up right here. 389.75. Came down. Broke this 4-hour level. It was very close to that. Came down, broke the pre-market low. And where'd it go? Right to our level here. Well, about 44 cents under our level before it got bought back up. And then headed back to the upside. And where'd it go? Right to our level here at 394.20. It's continuing to the upside. If it goes, continues to the upside, I got to go into 397.40. Look for a bounce here at 394.20. All right. Berkshire.b. This thing is dropping. Tech is running. Berkshire is dropping. It's down 0.5%. If it continues to drop, I got to go into 473.50. It did break our level here at 476.40. All right, that's it, y'all. Levels is hitting. Yeah, I got to figure out how I can day trade and do the show at the same time. I got to ask ChatGPT, how can I day trade and do the show at the same time? Because I have to. These levels is hitting too much. Shit, I could be making money while I'm talking to y'all. Shit. Alright. Let's put it on the chart display while we finish this show. You know how we like to end the show, y'all? Instagram motivation. Oh, bro was right. I don't know who bro is, but he was dropping some game right here. Check it out.
There's a version of your life you say you want, and then there's a version that you're actually living. And somewhere between the two, there's something you're still holding on to that doesn't belong in either one. A habit, a standard you stop enforcing, a relationship that made sense to you at the time, but cost too much for who you're becoming. And you already know it. That's the part that's hard to say out loud. You already know. But knowing is not the same as deciding. And until a man decides, he tolerates. Tolerance isn't patience. Don't confuse the two. Patience is waiting for something to develop. Tolerance is absorbing what you haven't had the courage to be done with yet. And what you tolerate quietly shapes what you accept as normal. Do that long enough, and the thing that you're tolerating becomes the standard that you're living by. And not because you chose it, because you never unchose it. The men I work with, the ones who actually change, they all have a moment. Not a motivational surge, not a new plan, just a quiet decision. This no longer belongs in the life that I'm building. No announcement, no dramatic exit, just a standard, finally applied to something that had been exempt from it. That's when things shift. Not when a man gets fired up, but when he gets decided. Name one thing that you're currently tolerating. Put a name on it. One that you already know doesn't belong in the life that you're building. Don't explain it, don't justify it, just name it. And that's the decision. It's waiting to be made.
Shout out, bro, man. Oh, his name is Percy K. But that was deep. That was definitely deep, man. Shout out to bro.
It don't happen overnight. And there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work, appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here on the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. We show up every day. Today's show was back to normal. Monday and Tuesday, I didn't get enough sleep, so the shows weren't as good. But I think today was much better. We're back to normal. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I am making a lot more content. I'm making some reels. I'm cooking up right now. I'm cooking up new instrumentals. So be looking out for those. And motivational reels. Affirmation reels, scripture reels, I'm cooking up right now, and those are going to be coming out soon. Cooking up new beats, those are going to be coming out soon. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what y'all can do? Make sure you hit the like button, and if you can share it to your Twitter, y'all. Share this show to your Twitter, even if you ain't even tripping like that. Just share it anyway. Who cares? I ain't got that many followers on Twitter, but I'm going to share it anyway. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.